What's going on, knuckleheads? Welcome to Fighters Rep Live, the fight companion for Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero. Having some issues, if I'm being honest with you guys, with the DAZN broadcast so far today. Next fight up, though, is Santillan versus Gary Russell Jr. Trying to get that to work, but definitely a little bit disappointed, I must say, in a couple things. First and foremost, I'm going to say my DAZN subscription. Incredibly disappointing. I'm going to give it a couple minutes because that's what the chat bot has suggested for me to do, is give it a couple minutes and try to sign in again. It said 10 minutes. Absolutely ridiculous. It's saying I have 3 devices going at the same time on DAZN, and I can assure you I only have 1 device going. Even when I go to disconnect the devices or to manage them or log out, there's only 1 showing, and it's right here on my computer. So I don't know what the hell's going on with DAZN, but we're talking about Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. We're just, I believe, 2 fights away from that main event fight. We've got Santillan versus Russell coming up next. And I appreciate you guys joining me. What I did want to talk about, and what's going on, Guillermo Delance, appreciate you being in here, man. What I did want to talk about is that Utria fight, man. That Utria versus Mercado fight. I mean, I absolutely thought that Mercado pulled that one off, man. I didn't agree. I didn't really agree with the decision on that one. I thought Mercado pulled that one off. Not sure why it went the way it did. But yeah, here we are trying to reset DAZN, trying to get it to work. I mean, really sad. Really sad. What do you guys think about this Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero fight? I want to know what you guys think about it. Who do you think is going to win this fight? I kind of pigeonholed myself, if I'm being honest with you guys. I picked Rolly Romero to win just because I like the momentum that he has right now. I don't love Rolly Romero's momentum right now. And I don't know why this thing is signing me in with the wrong... Wow, this thing is crazy. Yeah, DAZN is crazy, you guys. I mean, if after all this time they can't get this shit right, this is just wild. Let me know if your DAZN subscription is also telling you the same thing, that you're on multiple devices. I don't know why mine's doing that. Very weird. Very weird. But yeah, let me know if your DAZN subscription is tripping out like mine is. Appreciate you guys joining me for the Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero Fighters Rep fight companion. Giving this thing a couple minutes to restart on DAZN because goofy DAZN's app is, again, telling me that I'm signed in on multiple devices when it's only 1. And if you're joining me on TikTok, I don't really go live on TikTok. I figure I'll start doing it at the beginning of my videos going forward. Head on over to the YouTube. Now, I'm just trying to funnel you guys in from TikTok to YouTube. I will eventually end the TikTok early, but I just wanted you guys to know, if you're on TikTok, to definitely head over to the YouTube channel. Also, if this is your first time watching, subscribe, follow, join. But more than anything, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as that is where the majority of our content is going to be. I wanted to real quick, before the Santillan versus Russell fight comes on, I wanted to discuss that Utria versus Mercado fight, man. I thought that was a really sad performance, if I'm being honest. I thought that was a really sad performance for Mercado, man, because, I mean, or a really sad outcome, because I felt like Mercado, man, he was putting in the work. I thought he was landing the punches, the cleaner punches, especially towards the end of the fight. Definitely the more volume, definitely the more aggression. Utria making his PBC debut, allegedly, came in a pound over Definitely not how you want to look making your PBC debut, is coming in a pound over. That's just absolutely nuts. And yeah, came in a pound over. Didn't look good. Let me see if you guys can see me in the YouTube chat here. Put a little testing here. Am I there? Yep, I'm there. So yeah, didn't look good, man. Did Utria? Not at all. You know, if you're gonna come over to the United States from Colombia and make your PBC debut, okay, and I've got about 5 minutes before I sign back into the zone because I'm doing what they told me to do. Right, I'm taking a break. It's telling me I'm signed in on multiple devices, so I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that. But if you're Utria, man, you're coming over from Colombia, right? You're trying to make a name for yourself. That's not the way to do it. That was not the way to do it at all. If you're Carlos Utria, go in there and have an absolute war with Israel Mercado, miss weight by a pound in your debut in the United States, right? And I don't know. I didn't think he looked good. At the beginning, they were saying he was a Colombian puncher. You know, we've seen guys like that. Bradis Prescott comes to mind. But that was not a good performance in my opinion. I mean, it was a great fight. It was exciting, you know, but I don't see anything special. Honestly, in either guy, it was just like a very exciting fight, but I didn't see anything special in either guy. I didn't see anything special in Utria. I actually thought he probably lost that fight. And just, I don't think he looked great. I don't think he looked great debuting on PBC and being on the zone and, you know, kind of invites you to co-host with one of not right now, guys. Not right now. I see you guys want to co-host with me. Head on over to the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We could chat in the live chat in the YouTube. I appreciate you guys being there. But I'm not really, looking to get people to join on the TikTok, but I appreciate you guys being in here. I just wanted to go live on TikTok again, hopefully funnel you guys over to the YouTube. But yeah, Utria, man, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure things out. I mean, first and foremost, you definitely don't want to miss weight by a pound, by a gram, by an ounce, by anything in your United States debut with PBC. Al Heyman is the owner. He's really serious about his business, I'm sure. He doesn't appreciate a guy coming in, you know, for his first fight in the United States and missing weight and then looking like that. I don't know. I don't know if that was the best. I don't know if that was the best U.S. debut for Utria. I feel bad for Mercado. I think the judges got it wrong. They had it a split decision. One of the scorecards was 97-93. I thought that was super weird. And I'm not one to believe, you know, a lot of people, you know, haven't been a promoter in the past. I'm not one to believe that, you know, promoters pay off judges or anything like that. But I think what happens a lot of the time, right? And I'll tell you this based on my own personal experience as a promoter is, you know, it is the promoter paying for the athletic commission, right? So without the promoter, nobody gets paid. And I would imagine on some level, because of that dynamic, right? I would imagine on some level, because of the dynamic, if the promoter has a certain fighter contracted, maybe there's some sort of inherent or underlying bias for the fighter that's contracted with that promoter, or maybe more specifically for the fighter that's that promoter's baby, that promoter's darling. You know what I mean? Maybe he's the golden goose for the promoter. Maybe he's a guy the promoter's investing in. I think there can be situations, you know, just based on human relation and bias, where maybe people tend to lean a little bit towards the guy that's the promoter's baby or baby face. That's kind of like wrestling speak. So, you know, maybe that's something that happened there. I'm not sure, or maybe the judges just thought Utria did more work there, but I certainly didn't think so. The other issue is, pretty much, I mean, it doesn't take a lot to sign up to work for the Athletic Commission. It really doesn't. I mean, I think just about anybody can sign up and work for an athletic commission. It doesn't take a lot of skills. You don't have to have fought before. They go through some sort of training for sure, but it doesn't, it's not, we're not splitting the atom. You don't have to be a former fighter. You don't have to have experience. And so yeah, I'm not Malaysia Murray, the co-host now. I don't know what's going on TikTok. You guys got to explain TikTok to me in the chat. I don't really understand it that much, but I appreciate you guys joining me on TikTok. Be sure to head on over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, join the channel. This is the Fighters Rep Fight Companion for Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero. And I'm going to sign in now because the zone keeps lying to me and telling me that I'm signed into multiple devices, even though I'm only signed into one device. And it's not letting me stream the fight. By now, Santillan versus Russell probably started. So let's go. Let's see if it lets me do it now. Let's see if it lets me. Okay, so here we are on a commercial. I even turned off the fan zone in hopes of maybe, fixing any bandwidth issues. If you're on TikTok, be sure to head on over to YouTube or show some love, or tell me who you think is going to win tonight. If you're on YouTube as well, tell me who you think is going to win tonight. Rolly Romero or Teofimo Lopez. Tell me who you think is going to win. Tell me how they're going to win. I'll be honest with you. I was going to flip-flop on my pick. I had it initially, I had it for Rolly. And then I was going to change my mind over to Teo. But I said, you know what? Let me just stick to my guns. So here we are. I'm finally back online in the zone. Let's see how long it lasts. We're at round 2 of Santillan versus Russell. And obviously Russell, part of the family, the Gary Russell Jr. family, very accomplished fighters. Let's see how this fight goes. But yeah, I picked Rolly. I felt like Rolly's momentum was better than Teo's. I feel like Rolly is the bigger, stronger, natural welterweight for sure. I mean, he's the WBA welterweight title holder right now. Bigger, stronger. He looked very solid against Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia is one of those fast, twitchy guys. And so I guess that's what I was thinking when I made my Rolly pick. Obviously also Teo just looked not that great in his last fight, right? Teo didn't look that good in his last fight against Shakur Stevenson, where he got dominated. Yeah, so he got dominated. So, as a former fight promoter, momentum means a lot. Activity means a lot. I've seen it affect fighters big time. And when a guy loses as bad as Teofimo lost in his last fight, he can either come back an even worse version of himself or just absolutely wake up. And again, my DAZN plan, ultimate plan, by the way, has kicked me out again. If anybody is dealing with this DAZN issue of it kicking you out, please let me know. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'd love to know. But, I don't know. Maybe you guys know better than I do why somebody can pay damn near $450 a year for a subscription. And it won't even allow them to sign in on one device, accusing them of being on 3 devices. Really, you're starting to piss me off, DAZN. You're starting to piss me off, DAZN. You're going to get an ugly letter. You're going to get a really ugly letter soon, DAZN. So here we go. It's round number 3. Santillan versus Russell. They're kind of smothering each other right now. Oh, Russell letting off a nice 4-5 punch combination right there. And Santillan trying to close the distance. And Russell doing the boxing. I mean, it's remarkable how much all the Russell bros look alike. I mean, if you told me at a quick glimpse from far away, that's Gary Russell, I'd be like, that's Gary Russell Jr. I'd be like, yeah, that's Gary Russell Jr. I can't, you know, they look so much alike, all the brothers. It's just the hairstyle is different. Maybe the tattoos are different. But holy cow, you can tell these guys are related from a mile away. And I like them too. You know, I like the attitude the Russell brothers have. And of course, you know, I'm going to go for the American fighter. That's kind of how I get down. I'm not even sure where Santillan is from. I don't want to, you know what, let me not assume. But right now to me, Russell looks like the cleaner boxer. Santillan just kind of wading in and more looping punches versus Russell's sharper work right now. And again, hopefully DAZN doesn't kick me out. So TikTok, shout out to you. I'm going to end the TikTok live. I appreciate you guys joining me. Please like and follow on TikTok, but be sure to head on over to the YouTube channel. And that's where we're going to keep this live going. Appreciate you guys being in here. All right, so TikTok is gone. And here we go again, man. DAZN kicking me out, man. If anybody understands this issue with DAZN where it's kicking you out and saying you're signed into multiple devices, please let me know if you're having that same issue. I can't even log into DAZN right now. Very, very unfortunate. Trying to watch the Santillan fight, and I can't even log in. I might try the Spanish one, maybe. Maybe there's one in Spanish that won't kick me out. I don't know at this point, knuckleheads. I don't know what to do here. Pathetic when you pay for a subscription like this and it won't even let you in. All right, join live, manage devices. It keeps kicking me out. Log out of all devices. Log out. DAZN, man, you're a joke, DAZN. You're a joke, DAZN. Really, DAZN is full of shit for this. I'm logged in on one device, knuckleheads. I'm trying to do this fight companion on DAZN. I'm logged in on one device, and it's kicking me out saying I'm logged in on multiple devices. Plan is limited to 3 streams. You're already watching on another device. Shit is crazy. Shit is absolutely crazy. That's just wild. Anyone else having this issue with DAZN? I'm just trying to watch this fight, man. I can't even watch this fight. It's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. Anyway, I'm thinking Rolly. I'm still leaning towards Rolly. Teofimo Lopez, maybe want to change my mind yesterday. I don't even know. Maybe I'm leaning towards and I'm gonna try Google Chrome. Maybe I'm leaning towards Teo now, but I didn't want to change my mind, man. I want to stick to my guns, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to flip flop on you guys. I already said I think Rolly's gonna win. I don't want to flip flop on you guys. High CPU usage detected. Anyway, I don't want to flip-flop on you guys, so I said, you know what? Let me just stick to Rolly. It's a controversial pick. It's a momentum pick. It's a going out on a limb pick. You know, I want to... Unbelievable. Yeah. All right, we got to try again. Oh, maybe if we watch it from the phone? I don't know. It's not working on the computer. Maybe we watch the fight from the phone. I mean, what other solution is there, right? When DAZN keeps kicking you out, telling you you're signed in on multiple streams. What else can you do? Right? So let's log into DAZN. Let me know in the chat, man, who you guys think is going to win this fight. Oh, we got Hung Vo in here. Let me know who you guys think is going to win this fight. Yep, can't log in, man. Crazy. That's crazy. Never in my life seen anything like it. Probably going to ask for a refund if this keeps up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Probably going to ask for a refund from DAZN if this keeps up. Very unfortunate. I mean, people want to know, you know, people want to know why people pirate streams and get mad about it. And then, you know, you pay for the streams and you can't watch it. Anyway, so we're around for Santian Russell. Finally got it working again. And it still looks to me like Russell, you know, just a bit more educated right now. But of course, we've had trouble with the connection. Hopefully it's smoothed out a bit. Knuckleheads, tell me what you think. Rolly Romero, Teofimo Lopez. Let me know in the chat who you got on this one. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about it. Hung Vo in the house. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Join the channel is greatly appreciated. Santian's corner working on him right now. DAZN driving me nuts today. DAZN driving me nuts today. I don't know, bro. Someone at DAZN, bro, needs to step up their game. Needs to step up their game. So here we go, round number 5, Santian versus Russell. And, you know, Russell just sharper, quick hands, you know, like his brothers. I like the way Russell's looking, not going to lie. And managing his distance really well, managing his range really well is Russell. Getting right out the way of Santian, who doesn't look comfortable. You know, Russell looks way more comfortable than Santian right now. The body language right now is 100% for Russell. So like I was saying, man, I think, you know, as a former fight promoter, again, you know, that's the perspective I kind of bring on this channel. I ask you to subscribe if that's something you guys are interested in. You know, activity means a lot. Activity means a lot. Momentum means a lot. I picked Rolly Romero earlier in the week. I wanted to change my mind on Friday. Because I do think, deep down, I do think, and not even deep down, surface level, high key, not even low key. If we're being honest, Teofimo Lopez is the more skilled fighter. He's the more skilled fighter, and on this channel, if you've been following me at all, 10 times out of 9, 10 times out of 9, I go with the more skilled guy, but it's just rough to pick Teofimo Lopez right now with the way he got dominated by Shakur Stevenson, with the inconsistency, with his father kind of, not really giving him good instruction in between rounds, in my opinion, when he was fighting Shakur. I didn't think the instruction was there. You gotta hit him. My son beat Lomachenko. Where's your power? Sorry. Trying to do the raspy Lopez Sr. voice there. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, Tio, and Santillan just landed a nice right hand on Russell, who better stay defensively responsible here, because if he does that, should be able to win this fight. But now Santillan is really, really putting it on him. Russell with another little shoe shine combination. But, you need more than, you got to hit him. You got to hit him. Where's your power? Where's Gordo? You need more than that to win a fight against Shakur Stevenson or any high-level boxer. And Rolly, man, for me, Tio has plateaued. He doesn't look much better. He hasn't looked much better to me. But Rolly continues to improve, man. If you see Rolly Romero when he fought Ryan Garcia, damn. Beautiful work. They're showing replays. Sorry, guys. They're showing replays by Russell right now versus Santillan. Russell knows how to fight, bro. Getting right out the way. Rolling with the punch and firing back. Beautiful counters. Pull counter. Looking good. Looking good. Rolly, man. Rolly looked way better against Ryan Garcia than he did in his prior fights. More comfortable, more defensively responsible. He was aggressive when he needed to be. And I think if he fights like that, he's going to give Teofimo Lopez fits tonight. Because, again, he's way bigger, too. Right now, guys, by the way, it's the 6th round, and Russell's up 5-0 against Santillan, according to Chris Mannix's scorecard, at least. He's got it 50-45. And I see it the same way, man. I think Russell's kind of running away with this one. Just better boxer, better ring generalship. I felt like Santillan had a better round in the last round, but he's getting outworked. He's getting outboxed. Russell very good with his distance. Very good with his range. He's very Russell. Weird, the referee just broke them up and then they came back together. Russell kept his hands down for a pretty long time. I mean, that's the only thing he's got to watch out for in this fight, I think, is Santillan landing something big on him, because it's looking more and more like Santillan only has a puncher's chance here. And it sounds like Santillan is Dominican. Shout out to the Dominican Republic, but I got to go with the American fighter. Let's go Russell. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe and join Knucklehead Nation. Help me continue to grow. We're going to be doing these fight companions for the big fights. We typically go live Sundays at 6 Pacific time for the FightersRep podcast. And I drop content usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with maybe a short or a fantasy fight post in between. So be sure to subscribe and join. It's greatly appreciated. And let me know what you think, man. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. You know, who do you guys think is going to win this fight tonight? Right now, Russell running away with it. Right now, Russell running away with it. They're saying Santillan might have won that round. He's got to do something. That was the 6th round. He better pick it up now. He's gonna get cooked. Rolly versus Teo. You know, and then the other thing is I don't really think Teo should have moved up to welter because I mean I thought Shakur moving up was still the bigger man. He was moving up and he was still the bigger man, even at 140. So, I mean, I didn't think, like, Teo was too big at 140 or anything like that. I mean, maybe he just cleared out because he figures out I can't beat Shakur. Maybe there's more opportunities for me up at 147, but maybe there's more opportunities, but there's bigger men, too. So here we go, round number 7. Oh, Russell landing a beautiful combination on Santillan. His left hand landing flush. Southpaw stance, and that left hand is landing flush. I mean, they're both southpaw right now. Maybe they're both just southpaw, period. But Russell landing clean, dude. Russell really knows how to fight, man. I mean, I hate to sound biased, but I feel like the American fighters are just, you know, very technical typically compared to, you know, a lot of the fighters from the other countries. You know, maybe with the exception of, you know, the Eastern Bloc countries, but I feel like the American fighters, the American school of boxing, typically a lot cleaner, a lot sharper, a lot more defensively sound, a lot more technically sound. And Gary Russell Jr., or not Gary Russell Jr., but Russell's showing that right now. Yeah, Russell's showing that right now, man. He's looking clean. And this is Gary Antonio Russell. So I guess there's Junior, Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell. This is Gary Antonio Russell. And they could all fight. And now he just landed a pretty good body shot. I mean, Santillan landed a pretty decent right hand. 86 power punches landed by Russell. So he's running away with this one. You know, and just better ring generalship, better movement. He's just better in every aspect. Oh, man. But yeah, Russell's running away with this one. Man, the zone thing is tripping today, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me know if your DAZN account is tripping on you and telling you that you're signed into multiple accounts, because that's definitely been happening to me today. And I don't like it. Don't like it at all. And these commercials are pretty terrible too. First time joining, be sure to subscribe. Join Knucklehead Nation. Let me close out this goofy DAZN fan zone. Let's see how long it lets me stay in before it boots me again for allegedly being signed in multiple streams, even though I'm not. Round 8, Gary Antonio Russell. Gary Antonio Russell versus Victor Santillan. Round number 8. I really like the way Russell looks. I like the way he fights. He's good with his range. But he's on the front foot. It's almost like he's constantly baiting his opponent to come after him, you know? He's defensively sound. He's sharp. He's fast. He's got that rugged Russell Brothers look, you know, with the hair and the beard, and like all he does is stay in the gym and train all day, which I like that too. Just rugged, tough dudes, man. Skilled. And schooling Santillan. Chris Mannix has it 70-63 right now. $70-63 right now. And Santillan, I mean, you know, it's not for lack of trying. I mean, he's trying, you know, but he doesn't seem to have the skills. He doesn't seem to have the speed. He's not better on the inside. He's not better on the outside. He's just getting schooled. He's just getting schooled. Oh, good left hand landed by Russell. 6-punch combination by Russell. And yeah, shoe shining. Just shoe shining left and right. Good work on the inside. I mean, Russell's just absolutely dominating this fight. It really looks good. It really looks well coached. Looks well coached. I'm impressed with him. And here in the last 10 seconds, you know, Santillan really going for broke, but, you know, he's allowed to land maybe 1 or 2 good shots before he gets wrapped up or gets smothered by Russell's superior footwork, inside game, outside game. So this is, for me right now, Russell's pitching a shutout. And I don't know, I can't get this. Do any of you know how to get this goofy this goofy red line off the bottom of the screen on DAZN? Bro, DAZN, bro. Well, at least they haven't kicked me out in the past couple minutes. There's that. Yeah, if I'm Santillan right now, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of throwing caution to the wind at this point. Santillan's only chance is to make this an absolute brawl and land something big, you know, create some chaos and land something big. Every time he gets anything going, he falls into Russell. Russell wraps him up intelligently. And a lot of the time, when he does get inside too, Russell shoe shines him and hits him with like 5 or 6 shots. And yeah, Santillan does look frustrated. They're saying there's frustration on his face. He just touched the back of his head like Russell's hitting him in the back of the head. But this is just domination. This is just domination from Russell. Nice counter left hook by Russell there. So if this is your first time, guys, be sure to subscribe. Join Knucklehead Nation, man. I appreciate you guys being in here for the Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez fight companion. Watch along. You know, I wanted to go live at the co-main event, but I was so excited about that Utria fight versus Mercado. I was like, you know what, let me just jump on board now because that was such a good fight. It was so entertaining. Very entertaining fight. And right now, you know, Russell's doing good work, but it's a one-way fight. You know, and you can't really blame Russell for being the superior boxer here. I mean, he's just dominating this fight. You can't even, you'd be hard-pressed to give Santillan a round in this fight right now. So, not as exciting as the Utria Mercado fight, which was a toss-up. But Russell's absolutely doing what he's supposed to do here. And he's starting to beat up Santillan a little bit here now, too. Yeah, this is... Let me know where you guys are at. Drop it in the chat. What city you're in. Who you think is going to win this fight. Let me know. I see there's a couple viewers on here right now. So let me know. Yeah, Russell just absolutely working Santillan right now. Just the zone, fan zone out of here. As the bell rings, we're headed into round number 10. Gary Russell Jr. in the corner. Telling his brother, don't get lazy in there. He can't mess with you, but don't get lazy. And he's right. I mean, the only chance Santillan has right now is to clip him with something. There's always a clip clause in every fight contract. And that's the only chance that this man has against Gary Antonio Russell. Oh, man. Bang. They're showing the replay. Russell getting out the way, bobbing and weaving. You know, hitting Santillan clean, then getting out the way. You know, just a completely different level of boxer. I mean, it's a different level. And using his jab is Russell. He's got his hands up here. Knucklehead's very responsible. Very responsible. Hands up. Just threw a triple jab. Managing his range. Beautiful to watch, bro. I gotta be honest. Oh! Just landed a nasty left. But the crowd's getting annoyed, right? They want some action. And it's funny because, like, right before they... Oh. And now in the clinch, Russell landed some big shots. And now Santillan's not being as aggressive as he was because he's getting touched pretty bad. Are you guys watching this right now? Let me know where you guys are watching it from in the chat. Drop something in the chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from. If you have any predictions on the fight, on this one. Of course, on the main event, Teo versus Rolly. Let me know what you think. But, man, Gary Antonio Russell landing some clean shots on Santillan, who, if anything, he's showing a hell of a chin. If anything, he's showing a hell of a chin. Damn. And people are getting restless. They're booing a little bit, but Russell's doing what he's supposed to over here. Russell's absolutely doing what he's supposed to over here. So who you guys got? Rolly or Teo? Oh, man. The zone. The zone, bro. I need the zone to plug in, guys. Yeah, so utter domination. Utter domination right now from Gary Antonio Russell, man. Consider me a fan of Gary Antonio Russell. Santillan, his cut man has El Jefe energy on his hat, maybe on his shirt too. Somebody needs to call El Jefe and get Santillan to just go for broke right now, sell out, because yeah, El Jefe boxing. Because Gary Antonio Russell looks fresh as a daisy. Looks like this is easy work for him. looks like he's had way harder days at the gym. Does Gary Antonio Russell? He's making it look easy. I don't want to take any credit, by the way, away from Gary Antonio Russell, who looks good. Looks educated, fast, athletic, responsible, disciplined, whatever you want. And hasn't really had to change anything he's doing. You know, he's kind of leaning forward at the waist a little bit. Pitching a shutout on Chris Mannix's card right now, by the way, in the 11th round. But kind of leaning forward a little bit, baiting Santillan to throw. And Santillan telegraphing his punches in a way where, you know, sometimes he goes to throw one of these big looping shots, and before he can uncork it, Russell read it and cracked him with a left or cracked him with a right, or swims underneath and grabs him and then shoe shines him on the inside. But he's been catching him over and over again with the left because Santillan just projecting, bro. And now Santillan bouncing around, you know, trying to make something happen, but I mean, this is rough to watch. Knuckleheads, this is rough to watch. I mean, I knew Russell was good, but is Santillan this bad? Jared Mendez, brother, no, I don't stream the fight. It's just like a live fight companion. You know, you can hang out with me and watch the fight, and I'll tell you what's going on as it happens. Subscribe and join if you don't mind. I greatly appreciate you doing that. And thank you for being here, man. Right now, Victor Santillan is fighting Gary Antonio Russell. And Russell, it's the 11th round, and Russell's absolutely dominating. Just superior boxer, superior athlete, you know, better boxing brain. Everything, just everything. Santillan just cannot win a round, cannot get anything going right now. And it's crazy. So yeah, we do this. I'm going to be doing this fight companion for you guys for all the big fights. I'll let you know ahead of time when it happens, like we did for this one. Typically, I want to go live as well on Sundays for the Fighters Rep podcast, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday dropping content. Of course, the days in between Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays, I like to drop a little short, maybe. And Thursdays, I like to post a fantasy matchup on the page. The last one was Canelo versus Hagler. And I like to get your guys' thoughts on that. You know, I think we had like 50 comments on the one from yesterday. Jared, where are you messaging us from, man? Let me know where you're from and who you think is going to win this fight. Let me know where you're at, who you think is going to win this fight. There's at least 11 of you in here right now, so be sure, you know, just let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know where you're at, where you're watching the fight from. I would absolutely love to know. And who do you think is going to win this fight? Man, you guys, I mean, the accuracy of Gary Antonio Russell. The accuracy is beautiful. The movement, the way he gets out of the way he knows like where to be and where to have his head, you know, it's just a completely different level of fighter. Just a completely another level. And he drops Santillan at the beginning of the 12th round. Wow. He's going to get him out of there. I really like this for Gary Antonio Russell, man. I hope he gets him out of there. He's going to get him out. And now Santillan holding on for dear life and getting shoe shined. Referee breaks him up. Gary Antonio Russell going for that 12th round knockout, man. I think he's got a real chance of getting. I mean, he's been landing that left clean all fight. I'm surprised Santillan's been able to hold up the way he has. But he's hurt. He's compromised. At the same time, Russell might need to be a little careful here too. Get him out of there. That's fine. But just get him out of there responsibly. Tio all day, second round. Where you at? Shout out San Antonio, Texas. Appreciate you being in here, Jared. Damn, Russell landing 2 clean lefts on an already hurt Santillan. I could see the referee potentially stopping this if it keeps up like this. I'm right now in Los Angeles. Born and raised in Miami. But I'm in Los Angeles right now, brother, and I appreciate you joining me. I go back and forth a little bit between Miami and LA. I like to go back and forth. I've been to Texas too. I've been to San Antonio. I've been there a couple times. Fun place. They got that little, last time I went, they had that little walkway with the restaurants on the water. I forgot what it was called. Maybe you could tell me what it is, you know? It was like a waterway, and there's like restaurants and Mexican restaurants and stuff and bars, and just walking through there, and it was nice. San Antonio was nice. I was in Houston for a while. I thought that was pretty cool. Riverwalk, that's the one. I'm a dumbass. Riverwalk. Oh man. If you see and Gary Antonio Russell, what he's doing right now, Jared, I'm not sure you've got the TV on, guys. Gary Antonio Russell looking like levels above this guy. Many levels above this guy. And Santillan's still going, man. I mean, you got to give credit to Santillan. He definitely has that, like, warrior spirit. But, man, he got absolutely dominated there. He got shut out and dropped in the last round. And, by the way, the Lamine Yamal McDonald's Cup. Shout out Lamine Yamal. Got to get the McDonald's Cup going, brother. The World Cup, McDonald's Collectors Cup. Pure domination, bro, from Gary Antonio Russell. He's going to need to go in there against someone for real because. Oh, and he hit him with a right. He dropped him with a right hand. Oh, see what happened. Caught him right on the temple with a right hand, a short right hand. And it's crazy because, Russell is a southpaw. You would expect his power to be in the left, and he was landing that left clean all night on the chin, on the temple. Oh man, he was landing it clean all night. We'll be subscribing. Appreciate the shout out. What's in the cup? Hey, you don't worry about what's in the cup. NRS cut. Nah. Just right now, it's just a little hunch punch in the cup. Appreciate you joining me. NRS cut says, has the fight started yet? Not yet. We're about to head in to the co-main event. The co-main event is Yoenli Hernandez versus Francisco Daniel Veron. We just got done with Gary Antonio Russell, which is the brother of Gary Russell Jr. and Gary Antoine Russell. And he just absolutely dominated Victor Santillan, guys. Like, dominated. Concoction is right. Concoction is right. Now they just put up a commercial of Canelo versus Mbili. That should be a pretty good fight. I'd like to see what Canelo looks like coming off that Bud Crawford loss. All right. Unanimous decision for Gary Antonio Russell. $118 to 109, and two judges had it $119 to 108. All three to Gary Antonio Russell. Yup, and he wins a title. Man, for real. For real, man. So, new WBA champ. He's got a WBA belt with him. His brothers are his brothers are in the ring with him. These guys are good, man. Imagine three brothers and they could all fight. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Shout out Washington, D.C. Oh, he does have a little cut on his on the side of his eyebrow, does Gary Antonio Russell, but looks fresh, man. Looks good. In a very one-sided fight. Very, very one-sided. Who do you guys think is going to win this main event? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked as far as the prelims go, I liked the Utria Mercado fight, man. That fight was really good. That fight was really good. Yeah, that fight was really good. This one was a showcase, I think, for Gary Antonio Russell. But the Utria Mercado fight was a banger. It was Rock'em Sock'em Robots. A Romero killer. I picked Romero, man. I picked Romero. I wanted to change my mind yesterday, but I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let me change my mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna let me change my mind. I said I was gonna go with I said I was gonna go with Romero. I like his momentum right now. And even though Teofimo Lopez, I think he's more skilled, he could definitely win this fight. That has just a fun gimmick. I do have family from that part of the world, and I just feel like it's a good way to get attention. It's a good conversation starter. I used to call it the prediction fez. So I got family from that part of the world. I like to wear it, just as a conversation starter and to kind of give the channel a little bit of personality. But yeah, no disrespect at all. I appreciate the question. Keith Thomas, appreciate you being in here, man. Who do I think is the best 160 pounder right now? Damn. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know, man. I don't know. Um, wasn't Janabek 160? I thought Janabek was the guy at 160, but then I thought I heard something about, him getting caught or something with a positive test or something like that. I could be wrong. No, you're good. What was it from? Was getting my dog in. Keith, I got to think about it. I haven't been really looking at 160. I thought Janabek was the guy there. But then, he tested positive for meldonium. That's what it was. He tested positive for meldonium, pulled out of his bout against Lara, and I always thought Lara was good. But I think Lara's too old now. Respect to Lara, but I think Lara's too old now. Let me see. I think 160 is pretty open though right now. Carlos Adames is good. He's the WBC champ. Is that what it is? That's what it looks like. He's good. Yonli Hernandez is fighting next, so we'll see what he looks like. Tim Tszyu is listed at 160. I think Tim Tszyu could do some damage at 160, man. If he comes back and looks the way he looked before that first Fundora fight, he could be really good. I think Conor Benn at 160 is really good. But probably not his natural weight. I actually thought he should have stayed below at welter. Right? Maybe junior middle. We'll see how he looks in his fight against Ryan Garcia. I could see him beating Ryan Garcia. I think Conor Benn is underrated, if I'm being honest with you guys, man. He was an absolute beast before that first Chris Eubank fight. But let's not forget, he jumped a couple weight classes to make that fight. And lost the first one, but then avenged it. So, I mean, he's beaten everybody he's been in there against. He's good, man. Janabek is supposed to fight Hamza Shiraz. So they're saying that'd be a good fight. 168. Woo. Well, you got Canelo there. You got Hamza Shiraz there. You got Christian Mbili there. Jaime Munguia, Lester Martinez. That's a tough one. I mean, I would say Canelo's probably right now the best one at 168. Who do you got at 168? I think Canelo's probably the best one right now at 168. We'll see how he does against Mbili. And then after that, I would say Shiraz. And I like Lester Martinez. He's fighting Luka Plantic soon here on the West Coast. I look forward to seeing what it is. Take it easy. You out of here, Jared. Appreciate you being in here, big dog. Appreciate you, man. By the way, guys, if this is your first time, welcome to the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter. So please subscribe and join Knucklehead Nation. We just got done with Gary Antonio Russell just absolutely cooking Victor Santillana. It wasn't even close. I was hoping for a better fight like the one we had before between Mercado and Utria, but we didn't get that. But, yeah, Gary Antonio Russell did exactly what he was supposed to do there. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If this is your first time joining me, drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd like to know what city you're in and who you think is going to win the main event. Right now, we're headed to the co-main event of the evening. We're headed to the co-main event of the evening, featuring Yoenli Hernandez versus Francisco Veron at middleweight. So we did have Keith Thomas in here asking about, who I thought was the best 160-pounder. And Yoenli Hernandez will be making his claim to that division right now, coming up next in the next fight, which is the co-main event for this fight. Oh, man, and now they're showing on DAZN the drama of this fight that they're trying to make between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I don't know. This is looking very WWE-ish to me. I'm not sure if there's actually a roadblock here, if Eddie Hearn and Dana White are manufacturing this beef. But it's interesting, It's interesting because if it's for real, then it seems like a fight for the control of boxing. They can honor the contract that they signed and do the fight in the UK, or they can accept our changes, and if so, we will consider doing the fight in New York. This is from Eddie Hearn. We do not want to make any changes to the contract. We want everyone to honor the contract that was signed and do this fight in the UK. I can't blame him for wanting to do this fight in the UK between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. I mean, I made a video about this. These guys sell soccer stadiums out in the UK. Why would you not want to do it in the UK? New York will be big too, right? Madison Square Garden has a lot of history. New York has a lot of history. But Keith Thomas says, who do you think wins between Benavidez and Opataya? I think that's a great fight, Keith. I think people are sleeping a little bit on Opataya, man. But I got to be honest. Benavidez, especially in his last fight, bro. Benavidez just keeps looking better and better to me. I just think he's too big, too fast. The only way I see somebody beating Benavidez, they got to clip him. They got to hurt him bad. And I saw him get hurt a little bit when he fought, forget the kid's name now, the Cuban guy. But he kind of hit him after the bell. That's how he hurt him. But, you saw how quickly he recovered. He dominated that fight. I just think, damn, they got Jorge Masvidal on the Zone broadcast. That's pretty interesting. That's crazy. But yeah, I think it'd be a great fight, honestly. Opataya Benavidez. That's a really good fight. But I slightly favor Benavidez right now. Who do you got, Keith? Who do you think wins that fight? Let me turn on the light real quick because this thing is blinding me right here. Let me know who you think wins that fight. This thing is killing me. There we go. A little bit better. Oh, okay. Sounds like Jorge Masvidal is Jorge Masvidal's bare knuckle promotion lands landmark DAZN partnership. Gamebred EC goes global. Damn, that's crazy. Masvidal, bro. It's crazy. My Miami boy. Jared Mendez says Benavidez. I gotta agree, bro. Benavidez is so good, bro. Benavidez is so good, you guys. It'll be hard to beat Benavidez. It's gonna be real hard to beat Benavidez. They're taking quite a while to get to the co-main event here, but I'm excited to see Yoeli Hernandez because I see that he TKO'd Terrell Gausha, who, I actually have met him. I've talked about him on the channel. I met him in person. He's one of Manny Robles' fighters that Manny Robles trains not too far from here in LA. Teofimo Lopez looking happy, warming up in the locker room right now. Nice locker rooms where they're at. Looking like one of those places, what look like one of those spa locker rooms. Then they got couches in there. They're living it up. Rolly getting his hands wrapped. Interesting. Rolly's been out there saying 15, 16 months. They're concerned about that. But, he's coming off. He's coming off dominating Ryan Garcia, if you ask me, who's now a welterweight champion. So, yeah, he's coming off a layoff, but he's coming off a win. He's got momentum with him. Teofimo Lopez is coming off getting schooled bad. The Mexican monster. If you're first time here, guys, be sure to subscribe, join the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Help me continue to grow. Get your Fighters Rep merch in the link below. Got these dope Fighters Rep t-shirts. Really would appreciate it. Any support, any super chats. I'm just going to reinvest it back into the channel. Continue to try to grow this thing as best as I can. I'm dropping content minimum Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a long form video. I got shorts coming out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Actually, on Thursdays, I like to post fantasy fights. We've done a couple controversial ones. We did Hagler versus Canelo. That got a lot of talk. You know, we did a question why Floyd Mayweather was at Clarissa Shields' fight. That got a lot of traction. So, I like to ask questions that really make you guys think, and elicit opinions from you guys, and just to make this channel a fun place where we could all get together, talk about sports, and talk about everything else. I brought up Floyd and Clarissa. Now they're talking about Clarissa and Rolly and how, Rolly was calling her delusional and this and that. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Who do you guys think wins this main event, man? Who do you guys think wins this co-main event? I look forward to hear what you guys have to say about it. Let me know in the chat. What are you guys doing tonight? Where are you guys hanging out watching the fight? What are you guys drinking? Talk to me a little bit. Little Rock, Arkansas. Damn, that is dope, Keith Thomas. Appreciate you being in here, man. Very cool. So we got Texas in here, we got Arkansas in here, we got California in here. I'm from Florida. We got Florida in here. Pretty cool having all of you guys in here. Appreciate you guys joining me for this. So Yoeli Hernandez fighting out of Rhode Island, 6'2" middleweight versus the 5'10" and a half inch Francisco Veron. Looks like he's from Argentina. I can tell from the flag. So it's Cuba versus Argentina. That's a good fight. Veron has 19 fights. He's 17 1-1. Hernandez though 10-0. Doesn't know what it is to lose. 9 of those 10 wins are by knockout, so he's got 90% knockout ratio. Less experienced, but probably from that very good Cuban amateur school of boxing. So let's see what they're talking about right now. Oh man, they're recognizing Pritchard Colon's injury and death, man. So sad. So sad, bro. Part of the part is, that kind of made me uneasy. I'm not gonna lie, that made me really uneasy when I was promoting fights. Were the injuries, and I saw some bad ones. Wow. So they're also recognizing Zolani Tete, who was killed in South Africa, murdered in South Africa. That's crazy. They're sounding the bell for Pritchard Colon and Solani Tete. Terrible, man. Terrible. Yeah, I saw people get really hurt really bad in the ring a few times, and it made me, before I stopped promoting, it was one of the things where I was like, do I really want to do I really want to keep doing this? Eventually I burned out. After 7 years of promoting, I burned out, but one of the considerations for me for sure was Damn, dude, people getting sent to the hospital. Like, I had 4 transports. And what's crazy is the athletic commission, especially out in California. They're all about the headgear. They're all about the headgear. The athletic commission here, but hold up. But 3 out of the 4 transports I had were guys wearing headgear. 3 out of the 4. And one of them was sick. A couple times it was guys that were sick that didn't disclose that they were sick. You're supposed to disclose when you're not feeling well or whatever, or you've been sick in the past. Had a guy just completely hide it. 140 pounds, I got to go with Shakur Stevenson, brother. Keith Thomas, 140, I got to go with Shakur Stevenson. You're talking about Fundora, you're talking 154. I think 154 has got to be between Boots Ennis, Fundora, Virgil Ortiz. I think those are all good fights. Boots, Fundora, Ortiz. The best one? Right now, I think Fundora is the scariest one. I think Fundora is the scariest one. I think Boots versus Ortiz is a really good fight. Maybe Boots wins that one, but Ortiz is vicious and I think can beat Boots. I think they could all beat each other, to be honest. But I just think Fundora, because he's so tall, he's problematic. Who do you think? Who do you think? I would say probably Fundora, Boots, Ortiz, if I had to put them in order. Boots and Fundora could switch between 1 and 2, but I just think, man, you're that tall, you know how to fight, you're a handful. You're a handful. And then I saw, it's boxing, it's going to happen. I saw Boots get hurt in that last fight against Xander. I saw Boots get hurt. So I'm thinking Fundora can hurt Boots, but Boots can hurt Fundora. And Ortiz can hurt both of them. They've all had their ups and downs for sure. They've all had their ups and downs. It would be interesting fights all the way across the board. Who do you got? Keith Thomas, let me know. Jared, if you're still in here, who do you got? We're here at the co-main event for Rolly versus Teo. It's Yoanli Hernandez out of Cuba versus Francisco Veron from Argentina. The Argentinian kid is smaller, doesn't have the power. I don't believe the Argentinian boxing schools is technical. They're great, but they're not as technical, I don't think, as the Cubans. They're tough, though. And they hit hard. I think about Chino Maidana, Lucas Matisse. They hit hard. But we'll see. Hernandez with a devil mask on his head. Let's see. Fundora, Boots, Ortiz. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What did you think of that Boots Xander Zayas fight? I thought that was it was entertaining while it lasted. I mean, I was, definitely impressed by Boots. He did a great job in there, but he's like a little. He can be vulnerable. He can be hit. That's why I don't think his. I mean, I think he's great. I just don't think his defense is as solid. People compare him and say him and Terrence Crawford should have fought. I think Crawford's defense is better. But to be fair, Boots is still early in his career, man. I mean, he could end up being better. We never know. We got to give him grace. But right now, for me, yeah, Crawford's better. Let's see what happens here. Oh man, Hernandez going for the kill early here. Going for the kill early here. Looking strong, looking fast, looking explosive. But Verone is looking in killer shape, I must say. Verone looks in really good shape, too. Oh, man, Hernandez. Fast and landing clean and hard. Morrell, they just mentioned David Morrell, similar in aggression to Yoeli Hernandez. That's who I was talking about that hurt David Benavidez, but it was a punch that landed after the bell. I mean, but still seemed to hurt Benavidez. And he's got Yoeli has a Haitian. Oh shoot! Barreau just pushed him off of him into the referee, and the referee hugged Hernandez, and they both fell into the ropes. It was pretty funny. But I was just gonna say Hernandez has a Haitian flag on the right side too, so I would imagine Cuban and Haitian. And man, he is really clubbing Verone here in some of these exchanges. And he just landed clean on Verone. And Verone took it, and just landed his own uppercut. But man, you don't want to take too many of these shots from Hernandez. Oh man. Yeah, these are a couple heavy-handed middleweights. Oh man. Hernandez is sharp. He hits hard. He just got out the way and looked around the ring. I mean, he's flashy. Looking good. Looking good. He's looking like a Cuban that is fine-tuned for pro boxing. I'm enjoying watching him right now. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Join the channel. This is our fight companion for Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. It's going down right after this. We're at the co-main event. It's been a good card. I really enjoyed the Utria versus Mercado fight. The Gary Antonio Russell fight versus Victor Santillan wasn't as exciting as the Utria Mercado fight, but that's because Russell was so dominant and looked so good, and he was fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I liked watching what Russell did, especially considering he knocked Santillan down in the last round. Again, not as exciting as the Utria Mercado fight, which was a back and forth, which I think the judges got wrong. But it was a good performance by Gary Antonio Russell. And now we have Yoanli Hernandez versus Francisco Veron. And they're going at it. And now Veron is holding his own. You know, I'm not going to lie. Hernandez is reminding me a little bit of Boots. A little bit of Boots. Strong and fast like Boots. Haitian flag on one side. I know it. I grew up in Miami. Haitian flag on one side, Cuban in the other. And at the front of his trunk says Yo-Yo Diablo. And now Veron landing, Veron landing now. Veron trying to mix it up. I will say Veron looks to be absolutely chiseled. I mean, he's here to win. He's here to fight. He's not here to just back down. And he looks focused and he looks like he wants to win. Will he? It's going to be tough, but it looks like it's going to be volume against sharp power punches from Hernandez. And Veron is having some success landing the uppercut. Oh, now Veron doing the looking into the audience gesture. Veron working a little more. Veron with more volume for sure, but not as sharp. Yoanli does remind me of Boots, you guys. Very athletic when he punches. His feet aren't always down. He kind of like a little bit jumpy. But this Veron dude is tough, man. I don't know. You got to land clean. This Veron dude is tough, bro. Now he just landed him. I mean, Hernandez has got his guard up, but Veron's getting it around, getting it through with the uppercut here and there. Impressive performance by Veron. I mean, he's a guy with 19 fights and only one loss and one draw. So I mean, this is not a tomato can, bro. Hernandez just did a nice little feint. Then attack with the left, moving out the way, looking like, I'm telling you, looking like Boots, bro. Looking like Boots, fancy footwork, little showmanship. Good fighter. Really good fighter. If this is your first time, welcome to the Fighters Rep, Knuckleheads, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing. So please be sure to subscribe and join if you want the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter. Thank you for joining. Veron looking well schooled. I think Hernandez landing the sharper punches. Veron landing the volume. Let's see what happens. Round number 3. Round number 3 of 10. It's only a 10-rounder. Interesting that the co-main event is a 10-rounder and the Coco was a 12. The Coco with the Yo-Yo Diablo. Yeah, you guys are going to see Hernandez, and I feel like you guys might see what I'm seeing, which is similarity to Boots' style with the athleticism, the good shot selection, the sharpness, the accuracy. And yeah, he's not really Cuban style. I mean, he's very, very aggressive. He's not trying to win on points At least that's not what I'm seeing. It's not looking like an amateur style at all. Verone, though, you know, Verone chipping away, guys. Verone chipping away. He's one of these guys. You don't want to let him back in. Where you guys watching from? Where you guys at? Let me know. This is our Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero fight companion watch along. Welcome to the Fighters Rep. Yeah, Verone's a tough guy. Hernandez looks really impressive and athletic, but Verone is one of these tough dudes, and you know, and he just went down, but it was a push, and Verone is not intimidated. He's kind of standing right in front of Hernandez, and he's chipping away. Chipping away, chipping away. And Hernandez with his hands down right now. You know, throwing off flashy punches, fast flashy punches. Just connected on two nice ones, but Verone comes right back. I think what's going to happen at some point is Hernandez is going to punch with Verone and hurt him. That's what I see happening here. But Verone right now is holding his own. Even though Hernandez probably winning this fight, Verone is holding his own. Wonder who Caballo fights next. I thought it would be a unification with Gassiev, but I think I just heard Eddie Hearn say they want Gassiev on Fury Joshua undercard against Jarrell Miller. Damn. Gassiev Miller is crazy. But you know what? Like, Gassiev is coming up from cruiserweight, man. They're going to have him in there against Jarrell Miller, who's like 350 pounds or whatever the hell he is. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. That's what I'm seeing might happen here, man. I mean, it's going to be a situation where Verone is either, if Verone's going to win this, he's going to have to tire Hernandez out and just out volume him, which is what he's trying to do. And if Hernandez wins this, he's probably just going to be, because he's going to land the cleaner punches, or he's going to catch Verone between his shots. Because Hernandez is very explosive and sharp when he lets his hands go. And now he just picked Verone up. Verone threw a punch. Hernandez slipped under it and lifted him up and walked around with him. But Verone, I mean, Verone doesn't give a crap, you guys. I mean, he's just throwing volume. He's throwing the kitchen sink right now at Hernandez, and some of it is landing. It's going to be what the judges like right now. It's going to be volume versus significant shots. No, Verone's tough. Verone is tough. And Hernandez is a stronger guy. Like, sometimes he clubs Verone, and Verone kind of like falls off balance and stuff. So, I mean, definitely like the stronger guy, but not capable of the same volume, I don't think. And I must say, Verone looks very in shape. I mean, he looks like, if his physique is any indication, Verone can do this all day. And right now he's chipping away. He's chipping away. Nice left hand by Hernandez. Lands it clean as Verone backs up and kind of ricochets off the ropes. But here we go. Verón landing a nice 1-2. Another looping right hand around the guard of Hernandez, who likes the high guard. Now he's trying to bait Verón in with his hands down. Verón landing, though, man. I mean, around the guard, through the guard. And what's happening, and I think Verón might be getting hurt here and there, is he's trying to duck and weave out the way of some of these punches from Hernandez, and they're catching him behind the ear, top of the head. You know, I think at some point that might hurt him. Again, it's not being done on purpose by Hernandez, but it's just what's happening as Verón is ducking and moving and weaving out the way. This is a good fight. This is another good fight. They're talking about Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn. That's going to be a hell of a fight. Looking like September 12th. Should be an absolute banger. I really think people are underestimating Conor Benn. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I think he went for the money, though, when he fought Chris Eubank the first time. Went up a couple. Oh, man. Verón just really going after Hernandez right now, you guys, with volume. And Hernandez is moving and looking nice, but he better do something to get Verón's respect here, because Verón doesn't have any respect for him. But anyway, I think Conor Benn kind of went after the money a bit early in his career with that Chris Eubank fight. Again, I don't blame him for it. I mean, these are prize fighters, you know, go get the money. But it's kind of a Roy Jones situation, right, where you jump up a couple weight classes and then you have to try to come back down to your natural weight class. Are you going to lose something? That's what worries me about this fight with Ryan Garcia. Oh, man, this is turning into a good fight. I hope you guys are tuned into DAZN. And I hope your DAZN behaves better than mine that kicked me out multiple times today saying I was streaming on multiple devices when I'm only streaming on one device. It's going to be interesting to see if Conor Benn loses something getting down to welterweight to fight Ryan Garcia. A guy who, ironically, you know, always brings up the fact that Tank Davis weight drained him. He's kind of going to be in the advantageous situation this time with Conor Benn, a guy who probably should have stayed at 147, but was probably just offered way too much money and decided to go up and fight Chris Eubank at 160. I think it was. Beat him the second time. And Conor Benn, if he boxes, he can, because he can fight. He's a puncher. He can fight. But he can also box. His boxing is underrated, I think. And I think he's going to give Ryan Garcia hell when that fight happens. And, of course, we'll make a prediction on that one. Right now, Jared, my brother, we got Hernandez versus Verón. Bro, you definitely want to tune into this fight if you guys aren't. I mean, these guys are going at it. At first, I felt like Hernandez was, you know, going to be a little bit too sharp, too strong. But Verón is persistent. He's right in his face. He's coming after him. And if he keeps at this pace, I think he's going to wear the more... Oh, and now he hurt Hernandez. Oh, he hurt him. Dude, he just caught him with a punch he didn't see is what happened. He caught him with a punch he didn't see. So Verón's got Hernandez on the ropes. He hurt him. I don't know if it was just a flash I don't know if it was a flash. Looks like Hernandez recovered, but Verón definitely won that round. He hurt him. And I think they were like moving their feet. Hernandez was turning maybe to his right and just got caught. Just got caught while in a vulnerable position and got wobbled. So you would think, I was telling you guys earlier, I thought Hernandez would punch in between Verón's punches and hurt him. Looks like Verón's doing it. Appreciate you, Jared. Mexican broke. LOL with 3 kids. Working, can't get no service. Just enough for you. Appreciate you being in here, big dog. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Hard work pays off. And you won't be broke for long, brother. I don't know if he hurt Hernandez or he just caught him off balance, but it looked like both. But now Hernandez on the front foot. Now Hernandez coming forward, trying to get this guy out of there. His corner's telling him, dude, you got to earn this guy's respect because Verón's right in his face. Good fight. Good fight so far. And Verón doing just enough to get out the way, to be defensively responsible. Verón doing just enough, guys. Man. This is going to be an interesting fight to score. Sometimes I like to score these fights with this this round by round scoring app that they have on the phones, but I'm like more paying attention to this one because it's exciting. This has now turned into a fight like the Mercado Utria fight. Verón is just experienced and good enough that he's not letting Hernandez get away with winning this fight on just athleticism. He's going to have to beat him. He'll throw 2 jabs, 3 jabs. He'll throw until he lands, Will Verón. And he's a pest, man. He stays in Hernandez's face. And Hernandez is one of these, looks like he's one of these guys with big explosive power. And he's not going to have the same pace and gas tank, in my opinion. Even though he just landed 2 really big right hooks. But, he's spending a lot of energy throwing these punches. And Verón's right in his face, you guys. Work it. Where you work it at, Jared? Appreciate you being in here, brother. Good jab from Verón, man. Good, responsible defense. Hernandez starting to look a little desperate. Oh, landed a nice big right hand, though, did Hernandez there. But he's getting caught too much. Again, it's volume versus flash right now. And Verón just having a lot of success. Looks like he's starting up to maybe bust up the mouth a little bit of Hernandez. I'm interested in seeing the scorecard here. Very interested in seeing the scorecard here. West Texas pipelining. That's crazy. West Texas pipelining. That's dope, Jared. Appreciate your hard work, man. I'm sure your family does too. That's what we do, man. I get it. I got kids too, man. So all I do is work. And I work full time. And I got this channel. And then my kids are playing sports. I used to promote fights. But it was such a headache. It was taking away so much of my time. So I decided, hey, I still want to do something in the fight game. So I've decided to do this. Appreciate you guys supporting me. I love to talk about the fights. I love to give my perspective. I promoted for 7 years, pro and amateur. Did it with my own money. Put up my own money for these guys. Actually just had a guy in Roman Puga who won a UFC contract at Dana White's Contender Series. I've had multiple guys go to the UFC. One guy get signed to Glory Kickboxing straight out of FightersRep. Had a guy, Roman Puga actually had 3. Same guy who got the Dana White Contender Series contract had 3 pro boxing bouts. Ethan Ewan also fought for me. I think he's 2-0 in the UFC. Had guys go to Bellator. So, I did a lot of good work. Oh, and even Anderson Silva's kids, both of them fought for me. So was an interesting experience. But, working full-time, having kids now that are, like, dedicated to sports and you try to help them out is too much. Thank you, big dog. Thank you. Yeah, man. And I think you'd like the content I drop throughout the week. I ask you guys some good questions. We have some really good conversations. I think, again, the last fantasy matchup between Hagler and Canelo on TikTok has like 50 comments. The one about Clarissa Shields and Floyd, has a lot as well. So, always coming up with creative stuff to get you guys involved and just, have a community to be a part of and hang out with and support each other. But we support each other here at Knucklehead Nation. You know what I mean? This is a great fight. But I think Verón is taking over this fight, guys. And I think Verón will win this fight if he keeps this up. I said it at the beginning that he's just pesky, man. He just volume. And he's just touching Hernandez, touching him. And I said he could do this all night. You could tell the guy's ripped to shreds, man. The guy's ripped to the bone. And yes, Hernandez is landing big shots on him here and there. But Verón is strong enough to be able to deal with it. And his boxing is good enough too. It's a great jab. And he'll double it. He'll triple it. He'll quadruple it if he has to. He's smart. He punches around the guard. He punches through the guard. He gets out the way when he's getting hit too much. I'm impressed with Verón. Sneaking around the guard. Hernandez just doing this. Verón going around it, going through it, going over it, going under it. They're asking Shushu Carrington what he thinks. He's saying he thinks Hernandez is winning. I got to disagree. I thought at the beginning Hernandez was doing well. I think he's losing this fight now. Maybe they have some sort of connection. He's looking out for his boy. I don't know, but to me, he looks like he's getting... Hernandez, to me, looks like he's getting worked now. Not badly, but... He's getting outboxed a little bit. Round number 8. Francisco Verón, Yosneli Hernandez. Double left hook from Verón. Yeah, I'm not seeing what these other people are seeing in this fight. He's landing an uppercut. Oh, Hernandez just landed a big right hand. So here it is. I said he can hurt him in between punches. And Hernandez got excited, and then Verón landed 2 out of his 3-punch combination, right? So Hernandez will land something pretty and flashy, appeal to the audience. I'm sure appeal to the judges. But then Verón will work his way back in And here we go. I'm going to give you guys an example. Here's 1, 2 punches, 3 punches, 4, 5, 6 from Verón, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 punches before Hernandez threw one back. Ten punches. It's almost like it's 3 or 4 or 5 punches to 1. Hernandez showing a little bit of life here now. Dulana Cavalli, come on, bro. Come on, bud. You don't have to spam the chat, big dog. Hernandez lands some shots to the back of the head, club into the back of the head. The referee steps in. He's also blaming Verón, telling him you're ducking down, but Hernandez clubbing because I think he's getting a little desperate, man. Just threw a big combination there, connected. He hits Verón clean, but just doesn't seem to be able to hurt him. Better round here for Hernandez, but Verón's still landing a lot, man. It's the volume of Verón. The volume of Verón versus the flash. And we're nearing the end of this fight. Now we got the main event, Rolly versus Teo. Going to be a good one. Verón feeling very confident, walking back to his corner, raising his hand, pumping his fist. Feeling very confident. Watch out for the double hook from Rolly. Hell yeah. Teofimo Lopez looking to be a 3-weight division champ. All right, here we go. Round number 9 of a 10-round contest between Verón and Hernandez. And this one is close, man. This one is close. Hernandez better do something. They're saying Hernandez has won almost every round. I don't know. I must be watching something different from these broadcasters. And Hernandez throwing like leaping punches, you guys. I mean, very Jaron Boots-esque. But getting hit a lot. Getting hit a lot. And I would say probably got wobbled in this fight more than Verón did with that one shot Verón landed that wobbled him. Or either maybe knocked him off balance. Maybe he didn't wobble him, but I haven't seen the equivalent happen to Verón. So more flashy, more explosive. Yes, 100%. But I think these broadcasters are going to be a little bit surprised at this scorecard because I think Verón is just landing too many punches. He's letting Verón land too many punches. Even if his are a little bit better, you know, it kind of closes the gap when one guy throws and lands 5 more punches. Cheers, brother. Cheers. What time you get off of work? Interesting fight. Where do these people come from with these weird spammy messages? I don't get it. Okay, now Hernandez having some success. Verón forced to hold on a little bit here. Pushes him off. But Verón is right there in his face, dude. Bro, Jared, you feel me on these people, bro? Damn, you get off at 6 a.m.? That's a long ass. It's a long ass shift, bro. Que Dios te lo pague, brother. Que Dios te lo pague. Hope you're getting paid real good for that. But yeah, bro, these people don't have nothing better to do, bro. So many weirdos on here, bro. The weirdos on here. Like, what do you get? Like, what do you get out of putting that in the chat? Like, what do you get? Like, you know, even if it's like an AI or something, or some goofy spammy app or something. I mean, what do people get out of that? Anyway, 10th and final round, Verón versus Hernandez. I think this fight is close. I haven't seen Mannix's scorecard for it. Maybe they're not showing it on purpose. Because Verón is not supposed to win this fight, doesn't look like. But he's in it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty even fight. I think Hernandez had a better couple rounds these last couple rounds, but if they said Verón won this fight, I wouldn't be upset about it. Close fight. I wish I would have scored it. It's just close. Hernandez, again, the more flashier work, but Verón, the more volume. Look, I mean, Verón just threw like 7 unanswered punches. See, Hernandez, though, when he does land, it seems to be more effective. But Verón, even though he looks off balance a little bit sometimes, he hasn't looked really hurt. Except right there, they kind of punched with each other there, and I think Hernandez got the better of it there. Yeah. It should be interesting considering they are friends, that's for sure. Teo and Rolly. They're so cringe too, man. You hear them talk to each other, it's like these dudes, they're a little bit weird, bro. Hernandez just landed a big shot. I think he conserved some energy to the end, did Hernandez, because I thought Verón did real well in the middle of this fight. Oh! Verón just landed a nice uppercut. I think Verón is just figuring out now in the 10th round that he could throw that uppercut and land it really clean. Hernandez now doing some good work. The announcer's saying Verón did the best he could, but it was not good enough. I'll wait and hear what the judges have to say. So, Knuckleheads, if this is your first time, we're closing out on the co-main event for Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. Welcome to the Fighters Rep Fight Companion. They're about to announce the decision between Francisco Verón, who looks like he thinks he won, versus Yosnelly Hernandez, who probably also thinks he won, but doesn't look, in my opinion, as excited. 85% of the audience thinks Hernandez won. 15 thinks Verón won. I think Verón made this a close fight. The audience obviously disagrees with me, and the broadcasters do. But I think Verón made this a good fight. Hernandez definitely the cleaner, more effective, flashier shots throughout the fight. But Verón with a lot of volume, landed a lot of shots. Some judges like that. He thinks he won this fight. Yeah, look, the broadcasters are now saying, you think we're missing something here? Verón's pretty convinced he won this fight. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, the way they've been announcing this fight, trying to prove something to each other, if you ask me. You could be right. They're so cringe, though, dude. Oh, my God. Especially Rolly. But it was funny to me the way he was making fun of Teofimo's dad, saying, my son beat Lomachenko. You gotta hit him. Where's your power? I thought that was pretty funny. They're talking about now Andy Ruiz versus Kaniba. They're fighting September 4th. Never forget, man, I had probably one of my biggest videos on this channel when I interviewed Manny Robles after Andy Ruiz became heavyweight champion of the world. That was crazy. A majority decision, I told you guys. 95-95 draw. 98-92. Oh, they gave it to Hernandez. And Verón can't believe it. Verón can't believe it. But one judge had it a draw, the others had it wide. This guy was not supposed to be this tough. Majority decision. I knew that fight was close. I knew I knew what I was looking at there. LOL, he's Cuban. Ruiz all day. Verón, they paid him. Bro. Yeah. Hernandez is going to have to do way better than that. Verón is in there pretty disappointed. I don't blame him, man. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I was sitting here watching this fight. I'm not affected by the bias of the broadcasters or what they're saying. I'm just watching it for what it is, and I thought it was close. Malik Scott saying he won convincingly. I don't think so, Malik. I don't think so. I don't think that was a convincing win. I think Verón gave a great account of himself. I thought that was a close fight. A draw makes sense to me. And one judge had it a draw. And I agree that was volume versus significant punches. So up next, we got the main event, Rolly Romero, Teofimo Lopez. Let's see what happens. Welcome to the Fighters Rep, guys. By the way, if you want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter, be sure to subscribe and join the channel. Greatly appreciate it. But Malik is admitting there's some loopholes. He's going to have some issues, he says, with that high guard, somebody with more power. So coming up next, the WBA World Welterweight title. Romero versus Lopez. I'm interested in this one. I'm very interested in this one. I hope this introduction doesn't take too long, though, and they sing 25 national anthems and they bring out rappers and bro, let's just fight, bro. Let's just fight. I don't need to hear none of it. let's just fight, right, guys? Let's just fight. So it's going down. It's going down in a minute. Let's see what happens here. They're saying they like Teofimo Lopez by decision. Let's see what happens. 5'8" versus 5'8", same height. Teo with the better resume, more experience. But like I said, first time at 147 pounds, knuckleheads. Right now it's 8:29 over here, champ. I'm 2 hours behind you in Texas. Interesting. It's going to be interesting. Teofimo, more experience, better resume, but not the same momentum, coming off a terrible loss, in my opinion. A dang near shutout loss to Shakur Stevenson. Whereas you got Rolly Romero coming off a very dominant win against Ryan Garcia. I look forward to seeing what that's going to mean, how that's going to play out in this fight. And again, Rolly's been at 147. He's a champ at 147. He's been there. Gerard Anthony Kelly says, Teo for the KO for a week's wages. Come on. Shit, I'm not betting on that one. I picked Rolly on Monday. Kind of because of momentum, because he's been at the weight class longer. I wanted to change my opinion yesterday. But I said, you know what, let me just stick to it and accept being wrong if I'm wrong. Appreciate you being in here, Gerard. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Join the channel. Tank or Shakur? I think Shakur, bro. I think Shakur is just too technically good, too technically sound. Too good, too technically sound. And Shakur's too hard to beat, man. I think somebody has to, knock him out. You like Tank over Shakur? I don't know, man. Tank couldn't even beat Lamont Roach and Camarón Cepeda. Camarón Cepeda just beat Roach. Tank couldn't even get by Roach. Camarón Cepeda just, I thought, beat Roach clearly. Yeah, I mean, I think Mayweather's really good. His boxing is really good for sure. Let me know where you guys are in here from, where you guys are messaging from. Uh, Subscribe to the channel, join the channel. Tell me who you think is going to win in the chat. Don't just sit there silently. Let me know what you think. Tank is the one. He was going through it with his he was going through it with his baby mama. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Baby mama drama. That's why you that's why you guys got to do it the traditional way, bro. Get married, get to know her, make sure she's normal, make sure she's healthy, or he's normal and he's healthy. Then get married, then have the kids. Don't do it in reverse order. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. I'm telling you. That's one thing I'm definitely traditional about. This hat and the kids and marriage. Kept it traditional 100%. Kept it culture. Let's see. They're talking about Moses Itomo right now. That guy's a beast. That guy's an absolute beast. Baby mamas do move mountains, brother. You're right about that. And they'll move your mountain if you don't pick the right one. You better pick the right person. Baby daddy, baby mama, you better pick right. Because they will destroy your life if you pick the wrong one. I'm not just here for boxing. I can give advice on everything, especially relationships. Here we go, another one of these spammers. Who do you guys think takes home this WBA welterweight strap tonight? Rolly takes it back home, or does Tio snatch it from him? 15 plus years with 3 kids. I like to hear that, big dog. I like to hear that. The kids playing sports, I know down there in Texas, man, they're really good at sports too. Shit, I'm a Florida, California, back and forth. And my kids are always in sports. They're showing clips of Rolly versus Gervonta Tank Davis, but Rolly's a different fighter now. Rolly's gotten a lot better. If you watch the Tank Davis fight versus Rolly, his hands were down here, his shoulders were low. Now he keeps everything high and tight. He's defensively more responsible. My 5-year-old boy, a monster at whatever he does. My 9-year-old. A boxer. My oldest 13 basketball, football, baseball. That's dope, Jared. I love that, bro. So, boy, girl, boy. 13 nephews? Holy shit. You need to invite my ass over for a barbecue, big dog. I'm coming over for a barbecue. "13 nephews is wild, bro. I'm coming over. I'm coming over to eat. 13 nephews, you guys got food. They range from 5 to 13. That's really cool, man. That's a fun thing to have a big family like that. It's a lot of fun. Now they're showing Teo and Shakur. You see, this is what worries me. This is why I didn't pick Teo, because he's coming off such a schooling, bro. He got so schooled in that last fight. I don't know if his baby mama was giving him trouble too, if his dad was tripping out. Rooting for Rolly, but would probably give Teo the edge. I could see that, but probably by decision. But Rolly looked good against Ryan. Dude, he looked totally different. Hell, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Uncle, uncle, uncle. Yeah, I love that, man. I mean, yeah. I'm sure it's fun being an uncle. I'm an uncle, but the kids live far, so I don't really get to see them. Well, actually, yeah, we got three here through marriage, so I get to hang out with them. They're pretty cool, but just three, and then I got a couple kids, so that's five of them running around. But 13, golly, 13 is a lot of fun. They're up my ass. Let's see what Rolly versus Teo's about now, you guys. By the way, we've been live for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Appreciate you guys joining me. Welcome to the Fighters Rep. This is your first time joining us for the Fight Companion. Be sure to subscribe and join, and cheers with the Lamine Yamal McDonald's Cup. Appreciate you guys being in here. Subscribe to the channel. Join the channel if you want to hear the perspective on the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter. I promoted pro and amateur fights for 7 years, and just couldn't hang no more, man. Couldn't hang no more. 2002 7.3 excursion. Cheers, my brother. Cheers. I need a re-up. I need a refill. I need a refill. Man, they're really dragging this along, and I'm still a little pissed off at the Zone for kicking me out of the app like 25 times and telling me that that I was signed in on several accounts. And I got Teofimo talking. Dude, listening to Teofimo talk to me is hilarious, bro. The guy's just funny to listen to. I'm not gonna lie. And Rolly is even more cringe and weird to me. All right, let's see what happens. I know, right? These people in here are tripping out. Subscribe to the channel. Join if this is your first time joining us. This is the Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez Fight Companion watch along. Main event is about to get started for Rolly Romero's WBA welterweight title. Tail of the tape, 30 years old, is Rolly Romero versus the 29-year-old Lopez. They're saying Lopez is 1 inch taller at 5'9". I don't believe that. They're saying he's got a half-inch reach advantage. You've got an experience difference of 96 rounds for Romero versus 161 rounds for Teofimo Lopez. Romero with a 76.5% KO ratio versus a 59.1% KO ratio for Teofimo Lopez. So it does seem at this juncture, and especially at this weight, I think, that Romero is carrying the power better. So here we go. I'm going to give you every detail, brother. I'm going to give you every detail. Here comes the challenger. Jimmy Lennon Jr. just announced Teofimo Lopez, and here he comes, the challenger from New York. He's got a bunch of kids with belts running out. Looks like maybe little young amateur fighters. Their shoes shining. They created like it's a bunch of young kids, amateur fighters with belts, and they walked out and they created like a wall on each side, and their shoes shining. It looks like he's gonna walk between all of them, and they're nice, man. Some of these kids are really nice. And you can tell these kids are good, bro. Girls, boys, everything holding up ringside belts. All right, bro, just walk out. Let's go, bro. Where the hell you at? He hasn't even come out yet. Maybe he decided to go back to New York. He said to hell with it. I already got millions of dollars. Oh, here he comes. He's got an interesting robe on. It almost looks like a colonial design. He's got like shoulder strings and almost like a general. White and blue, very bedazzled. Rhinestones all over the place. Let's see, he's looking happy. He's looking good. Bumblebee. He's looking happy, he's looking good. Here we go. Make boxing great again. Written in cursive on the back of his on the back of his robe. All right. Here comes Rolly. Damn, they're really cheering for Rolly. Rolly Romero. Here comes Rolly. I didn't hear any music with Teofimo's. Rolly looking totally different, looking serious, almost looking bored. Almost looking bored. The place is packed. As you'd expect, the place is absolutely packed. T-Mobile Arena, I believe. Yeah, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Packed. Everybody's there. Rolly standing ringside, lifting his hand to the crowd. They go crazy. Steps through the ropes. Interesting little robe too. White with like gold plates on the front and on the back. This is interesting. "56% of the people watching believe Rolly's gonna win." I got you, Jared. You already know, big dog. Jared, you got me on the AirPods. That's dope, man. While you're working the pipelines over there, bro. Tio looks like a colonial like general or like he's or like he's the captain of like a cruise ship or something with the thing he's got on. Let's hope his dad is plugged in today. He's gonna need his dad to be plugged in today. I'm not a big tattoo guy, but I do think Teofimo Lopez's tattoos are pretty cool. Interesting looking tattoos, but I'm not a tattoo guy. It's your first time being with me on the Fighters Rep. Be sure to subscribe and join. And here we go with the main event. It's about to get started. 8:47 Pacific time. And they're really dragging it along though. Jared, can you hear me pretty clear? Just want to be sure the audio's okay. I'm digging right now on a 390 cat excavator, digging for a dual 24-inch petroleum line. Damn. My man putting in work. T.O. Hell yeah, boss. Okay, here we go. T.O. better be plugged in today. My friend from the channel, Gary, who usually goes live with me, used to go live with me for a long time. He says he's got Rolly too. He says, I got Rolly. I just got a feeling, even though T.O. skill-wise should win. That's exactly what I think. I just don't feel like T.O. power will travel to 147, says Gary. I'm glad you can hear me loud and clear. That means the audio is where I need it to be. The video might need to be a little smoother for the next one. I'll see what I can do for that. Here we go. First defense of the WBA strap for Rolly. Bro, Rolly looks big and strong. And you know, he's got that judo base. Gary, go to sleep. He's got that judo base, man. He looks strong, bro. Rolly looks strong and focused, bro. All right, let's see it. Oh, Rolly looks pissed. Rolly looks like he's gonna whip this dude's ass. Here we go. They meet at the center of the ring, both with a wide stance. So far, both have thrown a couple punches. Nothing's landed yet. Flicking out the jab. Still nothing's landed. Kind of have a similar stance right here. I don't think Tio's taller. I don't think Teo's taller. To me, Rolly looks taller. Theo does look Teo does look thick at 147 though. His head looks big as hell. Cabezon like a Cabezon big time. He got a big head, bro. And they're cheering for Rolly, bro. They want Rolly to win. Oh, and Rolly just landed a right hand. Body shot by Rolly, and Teo goes up high. The crowd is very pro Rolly Romero. The broadcasters are saying they're surprised by that. But I think he sticks around Vegas. That's probably why. He's a Vegas guy, right? Rolly being very defensively responsible here, as is Teo. Teo more on the front foot. Rolly kind of moving around a bit, backing away, using his range a bit more. Nobody really landing anything effective yet. Decent left hand by Rolly. Big, strong guy, man. I'm telling you. Teo's going to have to... Rolly's being very conservative. Teo's going to have to do something. It does seem that Rolly's sitting back waiting to counter. It does seem that way. Now they're landing a little bit. Teo being a little bit more aggressive now. Close round. All of Teo's weight is in his nose. I know how, man. I get it, man. I get it. Good study round. Not a lot of action. Really measuring each other, being very smart with their approach. Hard to score. You could probably score it even. Maybe I would give a slight edge to Rolly, but nothing really happened. He maybe landed a couple more clean punches, but you could argue Teo landed. If you like what Teo landed better, I just thought Rolly landed maybe a better couple of punches, but it was very close. I mean, you could probably score the draw. They meet in the middle again. Teo, two to the body, two to the head, one to the body, but doesn't really connect. Rolly stabbing to the body with the jab, keeping his right hand up here is Rolly. Completely different from when he fought Tank Davis and Pitbull Cruz. Just hit Teo to the arm. So Teo comes in with a little combo. Rolly tries to check hook him. But still nobody landed anything super clean yet. And Rolly sitting like this. Sitting like this. Just landed maybe a glancing right hand. Did Rolly. Teo just landed a good right hook. Stabbing jab to the body from Teo. Misses on the 1-2. They exchange. They're just missing here. And when they're catching each other, it's just like a glancing blow. Teo's trying to close the distance, but he's having some trouble. Not a very big guy. Rolly's fighting smart. Being very, very patient, very conservative. And he just caught Teo on the way in and then just sent a right to the body. Teo good right to the body. Double jab to the body and then a right by Teo. The jabs didn't land, but the right kind of did. Another very close round, very tight round. Rolly landed a decent check hook there as Teo closed the distance. Close fight. Head, body. Body by Rolly, and then Teo comes back. Good jab by Rolly. Wow. The broadcasters say another good round for Lopez, but I think it was very close. Very close. I don't know who won that round. Another very close round. Still studying each other. They definitely threw harder there, but haven't really committed 100% to their attack. By the way, if this is your first time joining, please be sure to join, subscribe, and join Knucklehead Nation. Welcome to the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing. Not sure how I feel about Teofimo's guidance there. Round number 3. They're pawing the jab. Nothing really happening here. Looks like they're trying to go to each other's body. And they're wading in very carefully. They're afraid of each other's power for sure. They respect each other's power for sure. They exchange a jab there. A lot of blocking here. I mean, they're just kind of blocking each other's shots for the most part. Not much landing. Teo stabs to the body, but nothing lands. Rolly with a hard right to the body. Jab by Teo blocked. 1-2 to the body by Teo. Rolly stabs to the body. Rolly really trying to catch Teo with a hard counter. Kind of slow on the action right now. These guys still feeling each other out. Round number 3, though, somebody's going to have to do something to move ahead, because these rounds are very difficult to score. You can almost score them as even. I mean, gun to your head, you can give one or the other guy an advantage, but not much going on here. Double jab from Teo doesn't land. Rolly counters and finally lands something. And the crowd really reacting for Romero, because it's a pro Rolly Romero crowd, to be honest. And they're saying Lopez looks miles better than when he fought Shakur, but he hasn't done anything, and I gotta disagree strongly with this DAZN broadcast team. I don't know what the hell they're watching. They were wrong about the last fight. They're wrong about this one. Nothing's happening right now. They just wrapped each other up. Nobody's really landed anything clean. They're touching each other back and forth, and nothing's happening. Teo lands a right to the body. Misses on a leaping left hook. And really nothing going on. Through 3 rounds, not much going on. Yeah, not much going on. This is your first time joining us. Welcome to the Fight Companion by FightersRep for Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. We're headed into the 4th round, and I got to be honest, a little anticlimactic right now. We're definitely in a pro-Rolly crowd. So Teo, I mean, if anything, Teo's coming forward a bit more. But just threw a double jab and missed. They're throwing jabs at each other and kind of missing or deflecting them. It's like a sparring match so far. Teo goes to the body, but nothing special. You guys are not missing much so far. Rolly catches him coming in with a little check left hook, but not very effective. And Rolly's trying to counter, and nothing's happening. So, and, you know, because Teofimo's moving forward, he's probably going to start winning these rounds. Rolly just landed a decent left, but almost everything they're landing on each other is either partially blocked or they're rolling with it. Okay, Rolly landed a decent little right hand there. It's almost like they're scared of each other. It's almost like they're scared of each other. And I think the crowd's going to start booing pretty soon if these guys don't do something. They tie up. Rolly lands a right hand in the clinch. And yeah, Rolly is trying to pot shot Teo here, and not sure that that's the winning game plan. So very close fight because not much is happening. But Teo's on the front foot. Teo's the aggressor. And there we go. Rolly finally lands a little something. Now Teo lands a little something, a little right hand. But they're mostly deflecting everything the other's throwing. It's got a very sparring match vibe to it. I'll be honest with you guys. Oh, so Teo tried coming in with a left hand and Rolly caught him with a decent left check hook on the way in, and that's probably the best punch of the fight so far. But you know, Lopez kind of got off balance and spun around from it, but slightly, not all the way around, but you know, kind of was misdirected from it, but Rolly didn't follow up at all. So Rolly probably just landed the most significant punch of the night, but maybe it wins him that round. I mean, you guys, this is very, very low action right now, bro. My bad, you guys. I can't force these guys to fight. You know what I mean? I'm just here reporting it the way I see it. Tell me where you're from, where you're watching from. We got at least 20-something viewers in here. Appreciate you guys joining us. Here they're showing the replay. Looks like Rolly did land a little left hook there. But they're only trying to land one shot at a time. And Teo was trying to throw like a weird sort of left jab to the body while he was leaning off the line. And Rolly caught him on the way in and kind of misdirected Teo. And it didn't look great for Teo. Kind of knocked him off balance slightly, but didn't really do a lot of damage. That being said, that's the biggest, that's kind of the biggest punch of the fight so far. And yeah, well, I mean, why is everyone scared to talk, guys? Speak your mind. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you're watching this, what are you seeing going on here? I'm not seeing a lot of action. It looks like they're trying to pick it up now in round number 5 a little bit. Rolly landed a little overhand right there, but it's almost like they're scared to commit. It's almost like they're pulling their punches. They're going to have to really let their hands go win this fight because this is a sparring match. It's like they're playing tag. It's weird. Chris Mannix has it 3 rounds to 1. I mean, so it's a in favor of Teo. So it's a close fight. Teo just got Rolly up against the ropes, threw a couple punches, missed, and then they tied each other up. These guys must maybe know each other real well, but nothing's happening. Friends one we can depend on. Friends. Good jab from Rolly. Good left hook from Rolly. Oh, he's got Teo bleeding. Good left hook got Teo bleeding. Oh, now Teo's smiling because, caught him with another left. Yeah, I mean, that's... Oh! He just dropped Teo to one knee and the referee didn't call it a knockdown. Teo got back up. Now Rolly's going after him. They called it a slip. Should have been called a knockdown with the first knockdown, but then they kind of ran into each other and Teo went down. And here we go. Teo's hurt. Teo's hurt. And he's bleeding all over the place. The whole right side of his face is bleeding, knuckleheads. And his blood all over his chest. I don't know what, he must have got caught with a big left hook. Oh. They are swinging on each other now. Damn. Oh, now Teo's talking to him. Ooh. Okay, we got a little spice now. We got a little spice, Jared. Yup. Teo bleeding. Teo's cut. Big cut right here on the right side. Right here. Keep that right hand up, his dad's telling him. Big counter right hand. Oh, no, he didn't drop to his knees, but he almost did. Rolly almost dropped him. Then started swinging on him, right? And Teo wasn't throwing anything back because it looked like he was hurt. That right hand hurt him. Rolly can finish this fight. I'm telling you guys, there's a power difference here. Just as I suspected, a dude from 140 that's not that big coming up to 147 against a real 147-pounder, a guy with a judo base. I think Rolly's a strong guy, bro. And Tank Davis already said this guy can punch. Interesting. Interesting. They're all cheering for Rolly now. It's crazy. Now Teal's still coming forward, aiming to the body. They exchange. Oh, Teal landed a nasty shot to the body. Oh, shoot. And Rolly's body's like red. I don't know if it's from the blood on Teal's glove or he just punched him to the body really hard. Oh, Teal really dig into the body now. And Rolly's protecting it now, too. Teal, guys, is bleeding a lot, though. And now he's got Rolly up against the rope swinging on him, but they wrap up. Nothing really happened there. Keith and Jared not really agreed here. Teal, little body shot. Teal's really starting to invest in the body here, but you got to be careful he doesn't get caught with another one of those counters. Rolly hurt and buckled both legs. Both legs wobbled like this, and Rolly got back up. Good right-left combination by Teal. Teal definitely bounced back well in this round. Rolly's got to pick up the pace, man. It's almost like the last fight, right? Teal's got the volume right now. He's walking forward. But Rolly's landed the more effective punches. Rolly's got to open up. And I think Teal's really worried about what's coming back at times, it looks like. Oh, nasty body punch from Teal. Good right hook to the head. Teal jumps forward for a punch and kind of slips. They're mentioning the great balance of Teal and not touching the canvas from that punch in the last round. It's true. A lot of guys would have gone down there. Good round for Teal, I must say. I think he came back and won that round. I don't think they'll stop it because the cut is like closer here to the bottom. Like maybe if it was like right here over the eye, it'd be worse, but I feel like it's off to the side here, but it was a lot of blood. It looks like it's slowing down a bit now, but it's a lot of blood. Like his whole face was like covered. Shout out to Keith and Jared, man. Appreciate you guys being in here. Yeah. They're trying to implore Rolly to throw his jab. Teal looks stressed. Yeah, he can see fine. They cleaned him up good between rounds, but you know, once he gets hit, it starts leaking a bit. Right now he's okay. He's going to the body again. Teal's doing good work to the body right now. On the left side of Rolly's body. Double jab by Teal misses. They've got it 58-56 for Teal on the scorecard right now, does Chris Mannix. So up just 2 points. That was very close to a 10-8 round. He wobbled Teal. He buckled both knees. It was a legit power shot. Oh, Teal picking it up a little bit here. Landed a couple good shots. Head body by Teal. Rolly's got to do something, man. Rolly's got to put his foot back on the gas. Oh! They exchange and Rolly landed a nice right hand on Teal. He's got to do something, man. It's almost like he's only throwing when he's trapped. Decent left hook by Rolly. Good stabbing left to the body by Rolly. Teal returns the favor. Oh, and Rolly just threw a Massive overhand right, but missed. If he lands on one of those shots, he's going to knock Teofimo Lopez out. But he's just not throwing enough. He's either going to get beat on points or knock Lopez out if it continues like this. Now Lopez is appealing to the crowd, telling them to cheer. Oh, now they're banging a little bit. Teo's really aiming for the body. Good left hand by Rolly. Counter left. Punching when Teo's punching. I think Rolly needs to use his jab. His corner's right. He needs to use his jab and open up some opportunities for himself here. Good little 4-punch body combo by Teo. Rolly really investing in that left hook, that left counter. And he landed another one and looked like he hurt Teo at the end there. Teo landed a big, hard right hand to the body. But then when he came in for a I think it was a jab, Rolly hit him with a left hook. Rolly's really landing that left hook on him. Oh my God. I think people are gonna talk about the instructions from Teo's corner again. Yeah, dude, like they're landing some shots on each other now, but man, Rolly landed a straight right hand that looked like it woke Teo up, and at the end of the round landed a left counter hook that looked like it wobbled Teo again, man. He's wobbling Teo a little bit with some of these shots. Second time I see Teo look like he's a little wobbled. The first time he was clearly wobbled. This second time at the end of the last round he was wobbled. Here we are. Round number 8. It's going to be interesting, you guys. It's an interesting fight. I don't know how they're going to score this. Must have talked to Ryan Garcia before the fight. Yeah, Teo needs a... I don't think Teo's dad's doing a great job in the corner. I got to be honest. The instructions, he said something like, you got to hit him or something like that. And Teo said, I've been hitting him the whole fight. I think that's what he said. Oh, Teo just landed a decent left hook of his own. Rolly having a lot of success when he lets his hands go. He's got to let his hands go more. Having a lot of success with that left hook. Just threw a 2-1, did Rolly. Having good success. Yeah, I think Teo would be better off with different instruction than that. You got to hit him. No, for real, you gotta hit him. I didn't know that one. Crazy. I mean, I think that's what I heard. The left side of Rolly's body is reddened, though. It's red. So Teo is trying to invest to the body, but he's unable to hurt Rolly the way Rolly's hurt him. But he's got more volume. I mean, he might win this fight on volume. Oh, good little left counter by Teo in an exchange there. Goes to the body again. Rolly's got to let his hands go. He's going to lose this fight on volume. Close fight. Rolly's got to do more. Rolly's got to be more active. Close fight. I mean, he's hurt Teo a couple times. He's got to let his hands go. He can hurt Teo. He's just a bigger, stronger guy. But Teo will win on volume if it stays this way for the next couple rounds. Close fight right now. Very, very close. By the way, if this is your first time joining us, be sure to subscribe and join. Welcome to the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments section. Welcome to Knucklehead Nation. You got to join to be a part of Knucklehead Nation, or subscribe to be a part of Knucklehead Nation. Get your Fighters Rep t-shirt. Look how cool the Fighters Rep t-shirts are in the links below. Any super chat or anything else you guys drop gets reinvested right back into the channel. I'm dropping content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then we've got shorts Tuesdays. We've got fantasy fight Thursdays, where we put up a post about a old school versus new school fantasy fight. And you guys give us your opinions. And we go live with the Fight Companion after the big fights. Like this one right here, Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez, where close fight right now. I think Teofimo's doing more as far as volume goes. I think Rolly's hurting him more as far as significant punches. But Rolly's going to have to turn up the pace if he wants to win this fight and keep his WBA strap. And it is widening right now, right? They've got it 78-74 for Teo, despite Rolly hurting him twice, cutting him, almost dropping him. Teo's just outworking him. It's not really outboxing either. He's just outworking him. You know, Rolly's just here and just not doing much. He's a little bit more active in this round, but he's really got to start letting his hands go, or he's going to lose this fight on volume. Throws one punch at a time, trying to pot shot Teo. It's the wrong strategy. He's got to rush him. I think if he rushed him, he's going to get him out of there. He's hurt him twice. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat. Put your city in there. Let me know who you think is going to win this fight, or who you think is winning this fight. Teo's starting to pull away now. Rolly's giving him this fight. Now they're starting to chant for Teo. Here come the weird spammy messages. Yeah, I don't know what Rolly's doing here, you guys. As goofy as Teo's instructions were in the corner, in my opinion, Rolly's just not adjusting at all. And all he's got to do is throw his hands more. More volume. He needs to double, triple, quadruple his volume, and he'll win this fight. Yeah. They're saying another relatively quiet round for Romero when he needs to be getting loud. So, I mean, it's exactly what I'm saying. He's just not throwing any punches. He's just standing in front of Teo like this. He's standing in front of Teo like this. Hardly throwing anything. I don't get it. I don't get it, because when he did throw, he was hurting Teo. Wow. So Rolly letting this fight go. In my opinion, Knuckleheads, Rolly's just letting this fight go. And his coach is saying, haga lo que está haciendo. Keep doing what you're doing. No, bro. I think that's what he said. No, bro, don't keep doing what you're doing, bro. You need more volume, or you're going to lose this fight. His coach is asking for a power jab. His coach is telling him, Rolly's coach telling him, nobody can take this away from you. I mean, this dude, if this dude doesn't let his hands go right now in this 10th round, by the way, knuckleheads, if he doesn't let his hands go in these next 3 rounds, he's going to lose this fight on point to Teofimo Lopez. He's going to hand him the belt. Mickey D's, Lamine Yamal. I'm out of drink, big dog. I'm out. It's the main event. I'm out. You better subscribe, Jared. I better see you in here more often. You too, Keith. I don't know. Everybody else in here is silent. I got a bunch of mutes in the damn chat. I don't know what's going on here. Nobody wants to talk, but crazy what I'm seeing here. I mean, Rolly's more than capable of winning this fight and is just not throwing any punches. I don't get it. I don't get it. For the life of me, I don't get it. Teo just landed a good right hand, it looks like. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you, Jared. Teo doesn't have to do anything else to win this fight. He's throwing an occasional punch to the body here and there, and he's winning the fight. And now they wrapped up, and it's the only time Rolly threw 4 punches while they were wrapped up, and it's like the only aggression or activity I've seen out of him. He just threw 1 jab, did Rolly here, right here. A pawing jab there. Uncommitted left hook. Jab to the body by Rolly. He's just pawing, throwing 1 shot at a time. It's like he's not even trying anymore. I don't get it. Teo with the 2-punch combo to the body. Body head by Teo. Lands a nice right hand to the body. And I think what's showing right now is Rolly's boxing IQ or lack thereof. I think this is what's showing right now. Because if he made 1 adjustment, which is to let his hands go more, this fight would be different. He's going to hate himself if he has any sense at all and he goes back to watch this on the replay. He's losing this round on volume again. Just got caught with a right counter too. Throwing 1 punch at a time. And he's not the aggressor. Teofimo's walking him down. Is he just respecting Teo's power too much, or does Rolly genuinely think he's doing enough to win? It looks like both. But you know, when they land, it looks to me, weirdo, that Rolly hits harder. I mean, he's wobbled Teo twice in this fight. So I don't understand what's happening. Gerard Anthony Kelly says, I subbed. Appreciate you, man. Weirdo, if you could sub too, I'd greatly appreciate it, man. I love the comments in here. Keith Thomas, good question. Yeah, I mean, it's just he's acting like he's winning the fight. But I think he knows he's not. But he's just not throwing enough. He's not taking any chances. He throws 1 punch at a time. I don't see any jabs. I just don't get it. I mean, actually, I do get it. I'll be honest with you guys. I think at this level, maybe there's just like a lack of intelligence necessary to beat a guy. Lack of IQ to beat a guy like Teo. It was enough intelligence to beat a guy like Ryan, but it looks like he hit a bottleneck here. I feel like he hit a bottleneck here. Because all he's got to do is throw more punches. Maybe he got hit with something he didn't like, though. I don't know. My pleasure, weirdo. Thank you so much for being here. Little Reggie Breaks the Internet 7906 says Rolly corner is failing him, but not telling him to push forward. I agree. It's almost like Rolly's letting him win. That's what it looks like. 100%, Little Reggie. Please subscribe, by the way. Appreciate you being in here. Subscribe and join Knucklehead Nation, guys. And I'm loving the commentary. Letting him win, I believe, honestly. I think he feels sorry for Teo. Now they've got Teo up 98-92. They've given Teo the last 5 rounds. The first 5 rounds, they gave Rolly 2 out of the first 5. Teo's won all the last 5. It's crazy. We're in the 11th round, and Rolly's just giving this thing away, bro. He just threw a huge right hand at Rolly, but like, Hail Mary. Hail Mary. No kind of setup, not a counter, not going in with his jab, not trying to create opportunities for himself, just backing up, moving side to side, waiting to counter Teo. I don't get it. And Teo's still coming forward, going to the body, throwing combos, doing what a guy needs to do to win the fight. Very weird. Very weird. Appreciate you, Lil Reggie. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for subscribing. Maybe the body shot slowed Rolly down. That could be it too. M. Diaz, that could be it too, bro. You could be 100% right there. You could be 100% right there because he has been landing a lot of shots to the body. And now it looks like Teo hurt Rolly a little bit. Or maybe just caught him off guard. Caught him with a shot he didn't see coming. Now Rolly threw a left hook and almost slipped. It's sad to see because Rolly definitely has the physical tools and the talent. Just hit Teo with a nice counter left hook though, but very few and far between. Not enough. And now Teo's dancing in front of him. Teo knows he's pulling away with this fight. Think he's throwing the fight, man. Let me tell you something. I've never in my life, almost never in my life thought that. But this is a very strange situation here. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he just doesn't have the bandwidth up here to make the adjustment. Look, now his coach is yelling at him to be at the center of the ring. I don't know what's happening to him. Maybe his body's just shut down now. Oh, and I thought Rolly hit Teo with a left counter, but it was actually Teo jumping and throwing a Superman punch and landing it on Rolly. Here they are hugging in the last round. Bullshit, I wouldn't be hugging anything. The betting lines looked weird before the fight. What round? Jared winning the last round, bro. And your guys coming through. 12th round, unless Rolly knocks Teofimo Lopez clean out right now. Unless he knocks him clean out, this fight is over. And Teo will absolutely be a 3-weight division champion if this continues for another 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Right. So Chris Mannix, I believe, just said it looks like Rolly is fighting a fight not to lose as opposed to fighting a fight to win. And that's what it looks like. It looks like the way somebody would fight if they were maybe in the lead and just want to hold on to their lead. That's almost what it looks like. But I just think maybe it's something up here he's just not capable of adjusting. Weird. Maybe he got hurt by something. It's just crazy because he hurt Teo. Now he's fighting a terrible fight. Oh my God, this is hard to watch. Maybe the work Teo did to the body paid off. Big right hand by Rolly, finally, but it doesn't land. Teo to the body. Good shots to the body by Teo. Teo's got 1 minute and 2 seconds left before he's welterweight champ of the world. Tough to watch. Tough to watch if you wanted to see a competitive fight. And tough to watch if you're a Rolly fan who's bouncing around the ring now laterally as Teofimo walks him down. Yeah. He loves him. That must be it, bro. That must be it. Maybe there's too much friendship here. I mean, this is weird. Seems to be the obviously heavier-handed guy and just gave his WBA welterweight belt away. Again, I don't want to disrespect him too much. You know, maybe he got hit with something to the body and decided to stop. Fight is over. I don't see on what universe, knuckleheads, that this isn't a unanimous decision win for Teofimo Lopez. That big brother, little brother stuff, not good. Weird. No urgency at all from Rolly Romero in the second half of the fight. I would say after the 5th round. Weird result. Weird performance. I mean, we haven't heard the result yet, but I can almost guarantee this is going to be unanimous, clearly unanimous for Teofimo Lopez. I mean, maybe 2-3 rounds for Rolly. Thank you, DraftKings, says Jared Mendez. Jared, you're so stupid, dude. I love it. Thank you, DraftKings. Look, Gary just texted me. Let me show you guys what Gary just told me. What Gary's saying. Look. That was shit from Rolly. Agreed. The hell? What the hell was Rolly doing there, guys? What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? Moses Itama versus Filip Hrgovic next week. We're going to have to do that one live, man. I hope you guys join me next week. That's going to be a good one, too. Heavyweight scrap. I think Itama is the real deal, man. For a while, I was thinking it was Fabio Wardley. Wardley did end up winning a title, which I predicted he would. I hope he gets a chance to right the loss against Daniel Dubois. I think he can beat him. But I think Itama is the real deal, bro. Majority decision? Holy cow, bro. Gary saying I never seen him box like that. Somebody scored this bout 114-114. What a disgraceful score that is. The new. I think they said 115, 113, 116, 112. No way, man. This fight wasn't close. This fight was not close at all. After the 5th round, and even the broadcasters are saying that was closer than we thought it would be on the scorecards. Crazy. JP400, appreciate you being in here, big dog. Teofimo Lopez won a unanimous decision. Basically, it looked like Rolly Romero handed the belt over to Teo, bro, because the first half of the fight was close, and he hurt Teo twice, and he cut him, and he made him bleed, and then he just stopped fighting halfway through. I don't understand what happened there. Looked to me like something changed in his brain, and he just stopped fighting. By the way, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. JP400, join Knucklehead Nation if you want to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney and former fight promoter. Subscribe and join Knucklehead Nation. I'm very disappointed in Rolly Romero's performance. And I'm happy for Teofimo, but let's see what he says. Are you surprised the fight was that close? They asked him. He hasn't responded yet. Thanking God, saying he's got work to do. Dominant performance. Dominant performance by Teofimo Lopez, but not... It wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't what Teofimo Lopez did as much as what Rolly Romero didn't do. Very weird. Very weird. Appreciate that, big dog. You just got a subscriber out of me. Thank you, JP400, man. I appreciate it, guys. I'm dropping content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on boxing. I drop a short on Tuesday. We do a fantasy bout on Thursday. Let me know who you think wins the fantasy bouts. Last one we did Canelo versus Hagler. We go live for the big fights like this one. And we'll do the Fighters Rep podcast Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific. This is going to be interesting for Teofimo Lopez because he did win the fight and he will gain confidence from winning this fight. But I personally believe that Rolly Romero gave this fight away with his lack of volume. Because he hurt Teo multiple times in this fight. And had he let his hands go and really sold out and really went balls to the wall, he would have won. I think he would have won this fight. I need me one of them hats, Obi. I'm gonna send you one. I'm gonna send you one from the Middle East, big dog. I'm gonna order you one. If you join the channel, $9.99 a month, I'll order you one. I'll order you one. No, but all seriousness, crazy, man, crazy. And yeah, I mean, just so you know, I am of Middle Eastern descent. My parents left the Middle East. I'm first generation American. They came through South America, basically mother's side through Venezuela and dad's side through Mexico before coming to the United States. But this is rough. I'm not really paying attention to what Teo is saying because I don't really think the majority of the credit, and this is weird to say, I don't know, I normally don't say stuff like this. The majority of the credit for me doesn't really go to Teo. I think the majority of the credit for this win, or this loss rather, is on Rolly Romero. Terrible performance, especially in the second half of the fight. 6th round on, I don't get it. Good on Teo, though. You know, I'm happy for him. Coming off the way he got schooled against Shakur Stevenson, I was worried that would have been, you know, too much damage mentally. But, will be a subscriber when I get service. Love you. Appreciate you, big dog. And remember, subscribing is free. Just hit the subscribe button. But if you join, you know, you can help me build. $9.99 a month. And that way, you know, even though I work full-time and I'm raising these kids and I'm doing everything, busting my ass, it'll help me grow this channel. They asked Rolly if he thought he did enough to win. He said something goofy. I didn't hear what he said, and he walked out the ring. He thanked God and left the ring. You know, crazy. Crazy. Look at this. Samuel Whiteside saying Rolly sold that fight. This is the kind of stuff that gets people to believe that, you know? When people perform like this, you know, it's possible that Samuel Whiteside could be white. I'm not could be right. I'm not saying Rolly Romero sold the fight, you know, but when people see something like that, you know, what are they left to conclude? I mean, what are they supposed to think? That was insane. Guys, that was nuts. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm shutting. I shut the zone stream down. That's crazy. I mean, this dude literally just gave his belt away by not throwing enough punches, in my opinion. That was weird. I don't know. I would love to, if he wasn't a man of few words, like they said, you know, I would like to know what was going on in his brain. What was he thinking? Why did you take your foot off the gas, seemingly, at round number 6? I want to know what happened there. Very strange. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. You know, next time I'll probably sign on for the co-main or right before the co-main, and we'll do the co-main and the main together. I signed on a little bit early, and I've been on here over 3.5 hours, and I'm a little bit exhausted. But that was weird. You know, Rolly didn't even try. Why was he running, Teo? But Chase Tank and Ryan around the ring. That's what I'm saying, bro. Samuel, I'm Samuel, bro. Like, me and you are seeing things the same, bro. I'm not saying, again, but I'm not saying he sold the fight, but what was that effort? That effort was weird. That effort was weird, knuckleheads. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to sign out, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Join the channel. Follow on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, but especially YouTube. This is where the magic happens. I appreciate you guys being around. We'll link up very soon. All week I'll be dropping content, and then Saturday we'll do Moses Itama live versus Filip Hrgovic. I look forward to hearing from you guys again. Be sure to tune in. Crazy, man, crazy. And any messages you send on these platforms, especially, you know, YouTube, I'll get back to you guys. Have a great one. Thank you guys for joining me tonight.